What's it been, a whole month since I last posted? Whew. Time for another video. Alright, first things first, what I'm gonna probably do is clean my room. Y'all don't need to see that. But after that, I'm gonna go get something to eat over at the Cavs. I'm probably gonna take y'all with me since I don't think y'all ever really saw my school like that. If you never clean your room when you first wake up, bro, you're lazy. I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, by the way, I never bothered getting a new sheet. Like, I don't know, I just got used to this sheet and it just fit on the bed after a while. I figured, you know, why get a new one, to be honest. So if you watched the last video, you know that part one was basically a room tour. Right now it's dirty, so just bear with me. But last time it was a room tour. This time I'm gonna show y'all what I've been working on and the reason why I haven't really been posting that much. It is, I think, like 61 degrees outside right now. It's usually hot down here, but you know, it's starting to cool down. Like usually it'd be like 90 or 80 something. I got my headphones in right now too, so I don't know how the audio is gonna sound. This is my first time using my headphones for like a microphone or something. Good. What's good, Derek? You said what? No, I didn't know yet. This is the yard. It's dead right now. It's Sunday right now, so that's yours, like straight yard. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all some petty nonsense. Hold on. Tell me why this school took down the rims, off the backboard. With this one, they just took the whole thing off. With that one over there, they took the rim off. They took those rims off. They say it was supposed to be 3 on each side of the court, like a 1-on-1-on-1 on each court. But people kept playing 5-on-5. We'll talk about it when we get upstairs. So as you just saw, they took the rims down. So when I tell y'all that was the most petty nonsense I've seen this school ever do, it made me so mad when I first found out. Like, that court down there, I don't usually go to anymore, but the time that I did and I saw that, I was just so irritated by it. Because, you know, the whole thing going on right now in the world, everybody had to, like, we ended up getting our own rooms and stuff like that, like I told you in the last video. As for the activities and stuff like that, like the basketball court, for example, they wanted to try to keep a small amount of people on the court as much as possible. They knew we wanted to play basketball, but they knew that it would be too crowded. Because usually when a game is happening, a whole bunch of people crowd up. What they did was they made it to where it could only be 3 people per backboard, like 3 people per hoop. People didn't like that. I didn't like it. It should have been like 4 on each court at the very least. At first, they ended up just taking 2 rims down. I don't know why they took those other rims off, but it is what it is. Bro, I want y'all to see my shirt, but it's not, like, the lighting is like crazy right now. I don't even, hopefully it can stay like that. All right, I had to put my hat back on. I had to put my hat on. I look like, I feel like I look better with the hat on, so I'm gonna keep it on for the rest of the video. On to the reason why y'all actually clicked on this video. In part 1, I gave you a room tour. A few times I mentioned how I was gonna tell y'all about this little project that I've been working on and the reason why I haven't been on YouTube as much as I used to be. This is a project that I've been working on since my sophomore year of high school. At first it was just a concept, and right now I'm still in the process of making sure that this is a long-term, like a long-lasting project, years long. Like I'm really trying to turn this into like my career. I'm really hoping that by 2021, 2022, that we're gonna start making some crazy changes with it. I don't think I ever mentioned this in any of my videos, so I'm gonna give you guys a little more in depth about me. I wanna put my feet up here. I like to draw. That's always been a great hobby of mine that I've done so much. I got it from my dad. My dad is a really good drawer. He would draw up new concepts for the house back home. So growing up, I always had him as a big inspiration as to why I always draw. And my little brother draws too. Honestly, my little brother kinda is what got me into drawing like cartoon characters. Like before, I would just draw like actual humans and stuff like that because I got that from my dad. And my brother, because we play so many video games and watch so many cartoons and stuff together, it kind of just got on to me to start drawing, you know, fictional characters like cartoons like SpongeBob, Fairly Odd Parents, Avatar: The Last Airbender. After a while, I started thinking to myself, I should probably keep my drawing so that like later down the line in the future, I can always look back and see how far I came with the progression that I made. This is Project Mos Effect. Everything from, honestly, I would say from freshman year of high school to now. Everything from high school to now, my life's work is all a part of Project Mos Effect. If you look inside of here, there's absolutely nothing because this is for display. All of my actual work is right here. This is the actual Project Mos Effect. When I tell y'all that these are like my kids to me, we're gonna start off with the first ever, which is this regular green folder. This is the first folder that I use to get my drawings, and I would just store them in here. I started doing this back in 2016. Everything from 2016 to like I think 2019 is in this folder. First things first, I want to show y'all this. This is the first little flyer that I made for my clothing brand, which is Official 7. If you watched the last video, you know I put a picture like on the side. I'm probably do it again. It's gonna be right here. I put a picture on the side that was promoting my brand on IG. There's nothing on the back. I don't know why I flipped it up. But this was the first flyer I ever made for my clothing brand. And what I did was when I got to college, my freshman year last year, I printed out a whole bunch of these and put them all over the place. The head honchos of the school, they kept taking them down, but I kept putting them back up because, I don't know, I was getting irritated. I know what I was doing was wrong, but it's like, I had to keep doing it over and over. Next, we have two little comic strips that I made. I'm not sure if I'm holding this right. This is a part of one story. On my IG, if you want more content from me, I'm telling y'all need to go follow me on Instagram at officialmos7, and then you're gonna see things like this. I have a little Instagram manga that I'm doing called Enter Kuruko Akutami. It's set in the Naruto world. For short, you could just call it EKA. And this was part 7. I'm still working on part 8. I'm trying to make it to like multiple pages. But as you can see, I hand drew these. I hand drew all of these. I've been working hard on my drawing skills. It's not the best, but you know, it's better than what it was. The rest of this stuff is like little portraits and stuff of Kuruko when he gets older. So y'all seeing some spoilers. You know, this is Kuruko when he's like 18 years old. You know, he's got his life in order and stuff like that. And then this is Kuruko when he's his final transformation, stuff like that. If you want to know what that transformation is, you're just gonna have to wait and see. You gotta go follow my IG. I'm gonna probably keep plugging my IG. So this was one of my first drawings that I planned on throwing this away, but after a while I was just like, man, I might as well just keep it. This was just a portrait of me. I think I was a big X fan, and that's why I drew this. Now, over on IG, there was this challenge going on, like a time skip challenge, where a lot of manga artists would draw their characters, their original characters, from like when they were a kid to when they were a teenager to when they were an adult. And this was Karuka Akutami's time skip that I did for him. This is him when he was a kid, this is when he was a teenager, and this is him when he's an adult. Now, this was like one of my older drawings that I did. I'm questioning whether or not to show you. Man, fuck it, I'm gonna show y'all. So, here it is. I was going through a phase. I couldn't really draw my ex exactly, but I drew like the idea of what she looked like. And then of course on this side you got, if you can see it, that's from the Amazing World of Gumball. You got Gumball, you got Darwin, you got a set of weights because I like lifting weights, some Jordan 12s that I got on my feet, some Air Force Ones for her, basketball because you know I like to hoop. And then you got Finn and Jake right here, and they're fighting off Ice King. And it was just a cool little concept. What inspired this was the cover art for Lil Uzi Vert versus the World. So that's why the background looks kind of like puzzly a little bit, just like how it was on his stuff. This was when I first started getting into like OG characters. This was me. There was no character name or any story behind it. This was just me. I had some Yeezys on. This was when Yeezys were like super duper hype, and so was Bait. Here's a second one. I think this was, I'm not even looking at the dates for when I drew these. I just know I drew them. I think I was getting back into anime. All right, these three, I'm gonna just show you real quick. This was one that I did. I wasn't going for like a realistic look. I kind of just did a quick sketch of this, and it was him wearing Official 7 windbreaker and some Jordan 12s. If y'all notice with some of these, a lot of their clothes say like Moss, Official Moss and stuff like that. And that's because these were like the older, I was just starting my clothing brand, and I was thinking of concepts of what to draw. I was just drawing a whole bunch of shirts and stuff to see what would look right on a body sketch or stuff like that. Here we go, another one. This is probably my personal favorite from like all of my older drawings. I'm not gonna lie, at a point in time, I was thinking about dyeing a bit of my hair to make it look like this. I thought this was so fire. I saw X do it and I was like, yo, that shit hard. All right, so as for these two, I have another Instagram IG manga that I'm planning on coming out with, and it's based in the Dragon Ball universe. And it's about my two protagonists, my two original characters named Kal-El and Moss. They're twin Saiyans. It's not both of them. Right now it's just Moss. These are two pictures of Moss, and when I was trying to get used to that Dragon Ball-esque drawing style, I saw that little picture of Goku when he shot at Khalifa and Kale. I think they were fused into Kefla already. Now, these are some drawings that I'm super proud of. Like, out of all of my drawings, I think these two are my absolute favorite because no matter what phase I go through, I always come back to looking at these, comparing them. These were like my first two cartoon style drawings. I love these so much. Like this one, this was me in like the world of Adventure Time. Adventure Time is like one of my top 3 favorite shows of all time. With number 1 being Rugrats, number 2 Adventure Time, and then number 3 Dragon Ball. Easily my top 3. And as for this one, again, I was going through a phase with Yeezys. A lot of my older pictures got Yeezys. I didn't even like these. I just knew that they were hype at the time, and I knew people would pay attention to the pictures. They saw some Yeezys. That's just how I thought. So that's why I drew these out. Eventually, I did end up coloring them in on my computer, and I think I put them on my IG too. I think I did. If not, I'll definitely post them. This was meant for my school. See, what had happened with this was my school was forming up a baseball team, right? But the thing was they needed a logo. I told them, I gave them an offer. I said, if you pay me, I could draw y'all up a logo, digitize it, and y'all can use that for the school. And they were cool with it. I came to my room, and these are the 3 drawings that I got for them. I never ended up getting paid for it, therefore they never ended up getting the logos. So I don't know. This school is like tripping right now, but these are the 3 Shaw University Shaw Bears athletic logos that I came up with. This first one was inspired by, obviously, I'm sure y'all could tell, this was inspired by the Raptors logo with the claws going through the basement. This second one, I just wanted something simple. It's just the bear holding a baseball and says Shaw Bears. And then the last one is a lot of people's favorites. It was the Shaw Bear with the baseball in his mouth and it just says Shaw Bears. It's fire. Like, all 3 of them are fire to me, but they never ended up paying for them. So again, this is Karuko Akitami. This is a little drawing that I did. I posted this on my IG too. This is him in Naruto. This is him in Naruto Shippuden. This is him around the same time as Naruto the Last. And then this is him in Boruto. I'm gonna work on EKA 8. Hopefully it can be like 9 pages long, 8 pages long. I'm gonna try to make it 8 pages long. That's just some of the drawings I have on this side. Now I'm gonna show you the official 7 clothing brand stuff that I drew up. Starting off at number 1, enter Karuko Akitami official 7. And it's basically straightforward. You got the 07 right here. You got the little Akitami logo on the side. It's got a little cut on the side right here. I just like that edgy type of look. And of course you have Karuko's eyes when he's in that final state. I'm thinking whether or not I should make this line right here, I'm thinking whether or not I should make this like a reflective where like when you flash light at it, it lights up. Number 2, you got the planetary official 7 shirt. And I got this inspired by a shirt that I saw over at Foreman Mills. I'm pretty sure y'all don't even know what Foreman Mills is. I got the MAS 7 right here in the little space font with some stars on it. And then on the back of the shirt, it would be a rocket ship blasting off, bang bang. It blasts off and then, little planets here and there. And then it says planetary. I have a few pieces and I sold them in Ohio. But I want to try to get some more pieces going so that way people on campus can start rocking them, and then eventually people downtown in Charlotte and Raleigh. This next one is basically just a purse. I needed something to draw for the girls, It's a simple purse, It's got the 07 right there. That's reflective. And then on the back of it, it just says official 7 right here. It's something basic, This is a bubble coat concept that I had an idea for back in 2018. Official 7 Playboy on it. Now the thing about this bubble coat is that you could detach the sleeves, and then on the back it's got the reflective official 7 logo. Now the reason why I was nervous to show y'all this was because I recently looked, I forgot who it was. It was like an official clothing brand, a big name luxury clothing brand that did the exact same thing. The last thing I want is for people to see this and be like, yo, I'm taking that shit. Like, I really don't want that to happen. That's why I was so hesitant on making this video. Like, I didn't know whether or not to make it. Again, I wanted to get something for the girls. This is like a 2-piece. It's a little tube top right here that says official 7 on it. It has a choker too that says 07. On the back of the biker shorts, it says 07. And then what I like about it is that it has the little strap for the arm right here. I know there's some more in here that I haven't showed you. And I know there's some more that I left back home. This was the first step into Project Mass Effect.